definitely been in that situation before, but it's just that in that situation, my brother, kind of came to the light as you were saying, and then he looked out.
So since we talking about these conflicts with band members, or I'm pretty sure you've had this situation to where you played on a gig, whether it's service or just a gig period, where two people trying to MD.
I have.
Recently.
Was it recently?
We need one MD. That is all.
No. Well, okay, yeah, I have. I have. Not necessarily recently. I feel like you're trying to take me down the road. I don't feel like you're trying to make me lose a friend. But no. I've been in that. I've been in that. But that kind of go back to what I was saying. Like, I'm on the business that pay me.
Yeah,
because I wasn't either MD. So
yeah, so I played this funeral a couple of years ago on bass, and this funeral. So the way the setup is that we had in the ears and there was a talkback.
A damn talkback, Mike.
So there was evidently who has the talkback is the MD, right?
Right.
So we going through service, and the MD, she's gotten us through whatever, and then I think we was playing the shout music or something, and the keyboard, it was another keyboard player, and he in the back trying to call, go here, go there, and this and that, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro.
right.
Like, come on, dude. Like,
okay, now is he trying to do this? Is he trying to do this over her, or is it like is he having something where he hears something, and like which one is it?
It's probably kind of both.
Because I again, there go my devil's advocate. I do think that there's space to where you have a set MD, but like it even happens in like. We like in my band, we've had some like I'm the MD in my band, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, I got Bo Dove on keys with me, and there'll be times where I'm MDing, I'm doing what I'm doing, and then like once I'm done giving instructions, they've done whatever, and I get back to the crowd, and then he'll hit something, and I'll turn around, I'll be like, ooh, everybody do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he'll be like, hey, bass, go here, and then that. So I think there's space for that.
Oh yeah. See, no, that wasn't.
And if it's just somebody trying to take over, then that's not cool.
Yeah. He seemed like he was trying to take over or something, and I'm like, I'm following the person with the talkback. I'm not finna follow you. Right. I'm following this person. Right. I just kept on that person.
Right.
I'm like,
it's a shame that's going on at a funeral. Bro.
Yeah.
This ain't even a regular church.
Right. Right, man. I'm like, yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Lou, if because I know at the moment you don't necessarily necessarily have. You know what? Skip that question. I got a better question for you. Do you run into a conflict? Do you ever run into a conflict where, because we all know that there's a difference between a session musician and a live musician, right? Mm-hmm. And they both have their place. Mm-hmm. Have you ever ran into somebody to where like, let's say you ran into that live musician that played a session, and it was like, bro, this is a session, it's not a live. Like you gonna have to. I haven't from one. I haven't. I've probably only done like maybe 2-3 studio sessions. Mm-hmm. I haven't done many sessions. But I do know the difference between doing a live, doing a live session, doing a studio session. But the times I've done them, I never had that issue. Yeah, man. Doing a studio session versus playing live. Live you can open up a little bit more depending on what it is that you're doing, but it's like from a producer standpoint, man, they love pocket, they love they love not necessarily putting you in a box, but it's like all right, bro, especially if you're a drummer. Especially if you're a drummer, it's like, bro, you don't necessarily, and again, it all depends on what you're being asked to do. So let me put that out there too. It does depend on what you're being asked to do. There's room for everything, but at the same time, man, like this being a session drummer, that this probably not the best time to pull out every single chop.
Yeah, right.
Like all the chops, bro.
Yeah,
maybe a pity pat here or two, but all the chops, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not time. I was just wondering if you ever, because I know you produce and stuff like that. So
So far as like when I'm in that mode, far as producing or being a session musician, I think in the mentality of this is something that's going to be recorded and somebody probably going to hear this over and over and over again. So I always try to think just simple, less as possible.
Yeah.
Especially then the artist, because your position is to accompany the artist and try to fit the art of that artist. So yeah.
I tell people most times it's my job to play what you hear.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you hired me because you saw my talent and you saw what I could add to it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's my job to play what you hear. And I think if you go into any situation like that, if you're playing for somebody, if you go into any situation like that, man, shout out to one of the homies, man, Jeff Jones. That's a perfect example, man. Uncle Jeff. They call him Uncle Jeff. He whenever he does his shows, man, he puts together a monster band.
Okay.
He puts together a monster band, and he just have dude, like you go to a Jeff Jones show where he's playing his original tunes, man. He puts together monster band, monster singers and stuff like that. And what I appreciate about that is like they're really like when you listen to his project and then turn around and mind you, like him putting on the show is going to be every blue moon, and I respect that he does it the right way because he funds everything. He doesn't go to a lot of venues asking, hey, whatever. Like he goes, he gets his money up, he funds his stuff, he pays all his musicians, all that stuff.